So, hello, my fellow Life Path 8s. Now, from my perspective, I feel like as a Life Path 8, this means a lot, and it can also help you understand yourself, why your life is the way it is, why you have this experience in this human vessel. And this can apply to anybody, but I feel like it strongly applies to Life Path 8s. If you find yourself struggling, having a hard time in life, feeling like you just got bad luck, feeling like it's just so hard for you, I want you to be honest with yourself as you watch this video. Now, I am reading one of the principles, the principle of causation, the principle of cause and effect from the Kabbalion. I am reading from Ancient Future by Wayne B. Chandler, the principle of causation. Now, remember what I said, be honest with yourself as you watch this video. Every cause has its effect. Every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name for law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. Now, as we go into the number 8, let me see if I can get a piece of paper and draw. I want to draw the actual 8. So, let's do... Do I have a marker? I thought I had a marker. Okay, anyway. Now my 8 probably look a little funny, but that's alright. 8, right? The number 8. Cause and effect. Now let's say you take the 8. So you will cause and effect. Karma. The wheel of karma. Cause and effect. Let me write this down. C-A-U-S-E. E-F-F-E-C. Cause and effect. Now let's say your thoughts cause become things in effect. As above, so below. Alright, now, I just want to get that out the way before I start to talk and why I chose to make this video about Life Path 8. So, remember, be honest with yourself. And if you be honest with yourself, you will be able to transform your life as a Life Path 8, understanding the law of cause and effect. And that's just one of the laws, but just that law alone can help you transform your life. Okay. Now, before I get into this, remember, you transform your mind, your brain. You transform that first. The way you think needs to change. If you think poverty, you will cause and effect. If you think poverty, which would be the cause, your thoughts. The effect would be poverty actions. So your poverty thoughts will manifest into poverty actions. So let's write that down. I can't wait to get my whiteboard so I can really get it in. Okay, so poverty thoughts. I need a bigger piece of paper. Excuse me, y'all. I should have been more prepared for this, but forget all that. Just stick to the subject. Just stick to the what we came to talk about. We ain't come here to judge each other and judge my video. And I ain't come here to judge y'all either. I'm here to help y'all, and I'm also talking to myself as well. So I'm gonna make a big 8. What I was saying, poverty thoughts. Poverty thoughts. Poverty actions. And behavior. I'm writing fast too, so don't be judging my handwriting. Cause, effect. Okay. So let's go here. Back to the 8. I can't wait to get a camera, y'all. Because it's going to get so much better. But anyway, I'm going to try to get it as good as I can. It's all flipped around and everything, but don't pay that no mind. Just get the message. Poverty thoughts, poverty actions and behavior, cause and effect. So the cause would be the poverty thoughts. What's going to happen? Your effect is going to be you're going to have poverty actions and behaviors. So you're going to start doing stuff like you're gonna start saying stuff like, "Oh man, it ain't enough money out here for us." Since you said that, you're gonna act that way. When you wake up in the morning, you're not gonna be optimistic. You're not gonna think positive. The first thing you're gonna say is, "Well, I might as well just lay around and just do nothing and just chill out, cause ain't enough money for us anyway." Now, what happens if you change your thoughts to abundance? What happens if you start thinking, I can find ways to make money? I mean, I got a 9 to 5, but I can also find additional ways to make money. Even if you don't have no clue. Even if you don't really know what to do. Just think that. Just thinking that cause is going to cause an effect. So now when you wake up in the morning, you're going to start looking for stuff. Alright, what can I do? I could sell this. I could go here. I could do this on the side job. I can make this and post this. Take this to my job and see if people want to buy this. I can start a YouTube channel. I can create something and market it to the people. Let's just keep it simple. Now, as ye sow, you shall reap. What goes around comes around. So that goes back to the 8 becoming a 0. What goes around comes around. So if you want to change your life, you have to change your causes. What have you been doing? Take myself for example. I consider myself to be a very positive person, a very positive thinker. but I think negative thoughts as well. Now, I'm changing that because I grew up positive minded, but I wasn't always positive about money. I wasn't always positive about income. I wasn't always positive about being rich and wealthy and prosperous and abundance in the financial department. Now, I was always abundant and wealthy when it came to love and having friends and being healthy. Even though my health now, I'm improving that still. But I'm just saying I had abundant thoughts in different areas. But when it came to money, I didn't have much abundant thoughts, and that was because of the environment I grew up in. I saw poor people all over the place. People talk bad about money. Money is the root of all evil. Money make people do stuff. Only people have money. You know what I'm talking about. Rich people do bad things to make their money. People sell their soul to make their money. If you put time into making money, then you won't have time for this and you won't have time for that. So many negative thoughts. So now I'm have to change that, which is the cause. I'm changing the cause. See, when I was younger, the cause was, we poor because of what the environment told me, which what I was just saying. Money hard to come by. These jobs ain't paying enough. Black people don't have money. Money don't grow on trees. Money is the root of all evil. I want something from the store. Ain't nobody got no money for that. See what I'm saying? That costs too much. That's too expensive. Now I'm rewiring my brain, which is the cause, and that will have a different effect. For every action, there is an equal opposite reaction. This is true mentally and physically. If you want to build something, you take an action. You pick up a hammer, get you some nails, get you some wood, you build a house. Every action, there is an equal opposite reaction. If you don't pick up the hammer, you don't pick up the nails, you won't have a house. Unless you pay somebody else to build it for you. But the point is cause and effect. You either pick up the hammer and build a house yourself, or you pay somebody to build the house for you. Cause and effect. Now, I'm hoping I'm explaining this in a good way. I'm hoping it's making sense. So, this circle is driven by karma, the never-ending chain, of cause and effect. So, for example, it is us without correct action that's why we get these many effects in the world. Look at the way people treat each other. That causes an effect. Look at the way people speak to each other. That speaking, that treating, those are causes. They must have an effect. If you want to have a good day, you have to have a cause. You have to create a cause to have a good day. You want to have a good day, right? What are some causes? What do you like to do? What makes you feel good? What makes you happy? What makes you smile? What makes you dance? What makes you laugh? What makes you feel grateful? What makes you feel warm inside? What makes you feel love inside? Those are causes. So if I want to have a good day, I turn on my music. I read books like these. I meditate. I play my guitar. Play a video game. Go outside. Play sports. Run. Jog. Call up a friend. And have a good conversation. You cause the effects of your day. Nobody else can do that but you. So if you're having a bad day, continuously, if you're having a bad day Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you need to look at your causes. Say, what causes, what am I doing to have an effect of a bad day? That's it, that's all. It's pretty much that simple. If you keep having a bad day, just ask yourself, be honest with yourself. What am I doing to have a bad day? What am I not doing to have a bad day? Am I hanging around people that bring me joy? Or am I hanging around people that bring me sadness? Am I doing things that bring me joy? Or am I doing things that make me feel unworthy? Am I thinking things that make me feel good to be me, to have my experience? Or am I thinking things that make me feel like my life just ain't about nothing? Okay. So, boom. Let's go to the Four Noble Truths, which come from Buddha. The Four Noble Truths. The first noble truth declares that humankind's frustration arises from our refusal to accept that all things are transitory and impermanent, that flow and change are basic features of nature. Mental sickness, frustration, and suffering arise when we resist this principle of change, attempting to root ourselves in permanence, attempting to stay put, attempting to not let things change, to not let things move, to not let things fluctuate, to try to hold on to stuff and people and places. Time does not go by or pass or get spent or wasted. Change happens, and time is our way of making sense of realness and change. Change too many times results in pain, sadness, and grief, as we long for permanence in a fluid world. Time helps us remedy this pain. Its apparent tangibility calms us. It posits stability where there is fluidity. The concept of time allows us to predict, remember, plan, and give order to the world and universe around us, which are all life path 8 characteristics. The second noble truth is our clinging to the illusions that we create. These illusions reflect an improper view of life, resulting in profound obliviousness. Out of this ignorance, human beings compartmentalize and dissect the world, inhibiting the natural continuity of universal rhythm by putting our finite realities in fixed categories created by the mind. We are trapped in a vicious circle where every action generates further action, and the answer to each question poses new questions. This vicious cycle is driven by karma, the never-ending chain of cause and effect. Thus, humans repeatedly find themselves generating actions that do not lead to realization and posing questions that never yield answers. The third noble truth assures that the pain and suffering of humanity can be ended, that the vicious cycle of cause and effect can be broken through acknowledging the oneness of life, the interconnectedness of all things. The attainment of this state of mind is known by Buddhists as nirvana, or liberation through transcendence. The fourth noble truth, right here, this one really, Life Path 8, leads to the path of transformation by discipline, study, and sternness. Because of the cultural structure, because of the present cultural structure, we are forever engaging in lifestyles that lead to constant frustration and immeasurable anxiety. Many of us lead lives dependent on neurodepressants such as Valium, Lactrocaine, Excedrin, and alcohol, or stimulants like Ritalin and Prozac, which numb our socio-cultural discontent. Like time and space, causation can be transcended. We are bound by it only because of our ignorance of how to escape it. Cause and effect is an idea that is limited to a certain experience of the world, an experience that has been the essence of our existence for the past 3,000 years. The principle underlying cause and effect is that we create our own reality. It is not imposed upon us. If our present situation is brought about by our past actions, thoughts, and desires, we can transform this environment through our present and future actions. We are too quick to blame others for our personal predicaments. Once we begin to move with awareness, we can see how our actions create reactions in others, both desirable and undesirable. It is also imperative that we not allow ourselves to react without clarity to situations created by others. Learning not to react is the hardest lesson of all. Maybe the lesson is not that one should never react, but that the proper reaction can bring about change. I'm learning this too. So I'm not on here preaching to nobody like I got all the answers, because I don't. I'm learning as well. Do not contend does not necessarily mean turn the other cheek. We may also take the route of the peaceful warrior, yielding as blows are delivered and redirecting their force. Through observation, study, and non-attachment, we may avoid being pulled into automatic reactions to social provocations. We must draw from another source, a higher source that is unattainable to many in our present culture. Every reaction that leads to anger, insult, assault, debauchery, or a deceit is a battle lost before it has begun. Such reactive responses are not only expected and obvious, but they are systematically welcome, since they will create and maintain the mental emotional imbalance that imprisons us. We have set in motion for ourselves a cycle of cause and effect that must be broken if the human race is to reach new elevations. But the masters, knowing the rules of the game, rise above, placing themselves in touch with the higher powers of their nature and dominate their own moods, characters, qualities, and the environment surrounding them, and thus become movers in the game instead of pawns, causes instead of effects. So you don't have to be a pawn. You could be a chess mover. You don't have to be a chess piece. You could be the one moving the pieces. How do you do this? Like I just read in the above paragraph. Every reaction that leads to anger, insult, assault, debauchery, or deceit is a battle lost before it has begun. Such reactive responses are not only expected and obvious, but they are systematically welcomed. Meaning that we are influenced to react, to get mad, to get angry, to want to fight and rah. But that just causes and keeps and maintains the mental emotional imbalance that imprisons all of us, because we are not being causes, we are being effects. She did this to me, that's why I got mad. Like kids gotta grow up, and that's a life path 8. You have to grow up. That's why your life path is 8. It's time for you to grow up. You can no longer be a child anymore. And I mean that mentally. I don't mean that by your age or your title or the things you have attained in life. I mean mentally, emotionally. You have to grow up. You have to stop complaining. Stop pointing a finger at other people. You gotta jump in the ship and become the captain. Take the wheel and direct where you want your ship to go. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I'm saying it's a worthy challenge. As a life path 8, you have to grow up. So remember, anytime you get confused about what life path 8 means, just think cause and effect. For example, this plant. You plant a seed, the plant grow. After the plant grow, it don't stop there. You got to take care of the plant. You take care of the soil, you water it, you pick it, you prune it, and the plant continues to flourish. That's just like your life. That's your mind. You plant the positive seed, and then you nurture it. You take care of it. You don't complain. You don't let somebody determine if your plant gonna grow or not. You are the gardener. You plant the seed. You nurture the seed. You provide the seed with what the seed needs. Water, nutrients, sunlight. That's your responsibility. If that plant die, ain't nobody's fault but yours. You get mad. You can kill somebody. You can yell at people. You can argue with them. But until you grow up and say, the plant died because I didn't nurture it like I was supposed to, then you're going to keep being stuck in that same cycle of thinking that the world is pounding down on you, when the truth is you haven't took the wheel and became the captain. Just like myself. I used to complain about, oh man, they doing this and they doing this, and we can't get ahead because of this, and we can't get ahead because. But the truth is, I wasn't really doing nothing. I wasn't really doing much of anything. I was just going to school, got a job, got into a relationship, had children. That's about it. And I'm not saying those are bad things. Those are wonderful things. But I wasn't really doing nothing to change the world. So you can't complain about something that you're not doing. You can't say, "Oh, the world is messed up because of this and that," but you're not trying to change nothing in the world. You don't have any cause that's going to make an effect on the world. So as a life path 8, you are the cause that has an effect on your world and the world. And what it say? What it say? Discipline, study, and sternness. Discipline. What's discipline? Doing what you know you're supposed to do, even if you don't feel like doing it. Don't mean abuse yourself. It just means if I want to learn how to play this guitar, if I want to learn how to play this ukulele, I gotta have the discipline to play this ukulele as much as I can. Study. I have to study how to play a ukulele. I have to be stern in my ukulele practice. I can't hang out with y'all today. I gotta play this ukulele. I can't watch that TV show right now. I watch it later after I practice this ukulele. Oh, somebody you trying to come and mess up my day? No, I'm not finna argue with you. I'm not finna fight with you. I'm finna play this ukulele. Keep doing that, you're gonna become a master at playing the ukulele. No matter what's going on in the world around you. No matter the people in your life, the people not in your life. You should keep doing those 3 things: discipline, study, and sternness. Being stern, having boundaries in your practices. You're going to become a master at playing your instrument. Whatever that instrument may be. You might want to be a scientist. You might want to be a psychologist, a psychiatrist. You might want to be a master meditator. You might want to be an NFL player or NBA player. You may want to be a master scholar. You may want to be a gardener. Discipline, study, and sternness. Set them boundaries. It don't mean being it don't mean being an asshole. It just means if I want to attain this goal, I have to do these things. I might not know what I'm doing, but if I study, I'll figure it out. If I be stern in my daily activities, in my daily quest, in my daily challenges, I'll figure it out. I might not have the money today, but if I stick to my goals, I'll get the money. I don't know how, but I'll get the money. That's what I want. So that's what I'm going to do. So Life Path 8, that's it. And not just money, anything. Health, peace of mind, friendships, partnerships, relationships, joy, love, health, wealth, peace, love, joy, wisdom, understanding, whatever it is. Discipline yourself. I'm trying to break it down and make it simple. Discipline yourself. You want to be healthy. You know you can't eat that stuff. That's discipline. You know I can't eat this stuff. I can't eat this every day. I want to be healthy. I need to study health. And I need to be stern on being healthy. Apply that to anything. You want to be wealthy? I can't spend that money on that. On that. I can't do that. I need to study wealth, and I need to be stern on my quest of being wealthy. You want to be a professional athlete? Discipline. I gotta practice. I gotta get up and work on my body. Do these exercises. I need to study professional athletes. And I need to be stern on my journey of being a professional athlete. Whatever it is, doctor, lawyer, I don't care. It all applies. Discipline, study, sternness, boundaries. Peace and love. Have a nice day. I hope y'all like this video. I hope it helps somebody who's living the life path 8 and they just feel so powerless. Because to be honest, the life path 8 is a path of wealth, power, authority, and karma. You get what you give. If you give nothing, you get nothing. If you're stealing from people, people gonna steal from you. If you lying to people, people gonna lie to you. If you're not a good friend, you ain't gonna have no good friends. If you're a shitty family member, your family member gonna be shitty to you. If you're a shitty parent, your children gonna be shitty to you. If you give love, you're gonna get love. If you give respect, you're gonna get respect. You might not get it from who you want it from, but you're going to get it because that's the law. So give good things, you get good things. Give great things, you get great things. Give nothing, you get nothing. Work on yourself. You know what you got to do. I don't have to tell you that. You already know. Because you done said it to yourself plenty of times. You know you're not supposed to be hanging with them people. You know you're not supposed to be going to that place. You know this is just temporary to get you to the next step. You know you don't let nobody knock you off your square. Knock you off your feet. It's okay to get mad. It's okay to get angry. But don't stay mad. Don't stay angry. Express yourself. Move on. I'm finna shut up. Life have 8, peace and love. I'll see y'all next time when I feel like I can come up with a even better one. Peace out.